Welcome to Crypto Mining Insider. I have a really quick but kind of important video I want to share with you. Have you been seeing and following the price of Conflux? The other day, I actually already published a video where it was actually pumped up, doing about 3x, and made my GPUs actually more profitable. I could actually turn some of my Nicehash rigs on. But today, I have some great news because it actually pumped up again. So it pumped up to now, it's up to about 4x over the past week. I'm looking at a 1 week horizon, 7 days. But if I just look even in the past day, when I did my last video, it was up to about 15, 16, maybe 17. But now it's up at around 22 range, and it peaked up at almost 24. But this is an epic rally. And what does that mean to me as a miner? Well, it's really important because Conflux actually uses the Octopus algorithm, and I can mine that on my GPUs. So yay, I'm super psyched about that. Even in Nicehash, I've actually started turning on some of my rigs again. I actually have my 13 RTX 3070, the EVGA cards, and those cards are running great. But one of the big key takeaways is if you're going to be using tools like what to mine, don't be deceived by the hash rate and power. These are very generalized assumptions that they're giving you. So if I come in here and I put in a single RTX 3070 card and I click calculated, and we're using 10 cents kilowatt hour just to get an estimate, you're going to see it says Octopus is giving me 52.7 at 180 watts on 3070 cards. So look at that, 52.7 at 180 watts. Keep that in mind, 180 watts. Now let's go look at my rig. So I am actually tuned into Nicehash though. I'm actually mining this rig in a Hive OS, but I'm redirecting it to Nicehash because I don't know about a lot about the Conflux project and I don't have a Conflux wallet. But hey, I want those rewards. But look at these rewards here. I'm getting 53.62, which is higher than what to mine said. But look at my wattage numbers. Everything from 123 up to about 141. So somewhere in the middle of the 130s. And I'm over 53.6 mega hash. So there's a really big difference between 52.7 at 180 and getting about 53.5 at only about 135, and that makes a huge difference on my profitability. So if I relied on just what the mine was saying to me, it would tell me even at 10 cents a kilowatt hour, these cards would be still making 2 cents each per day after electricity costs, which is not bad, but hey, let's face it, that's not going to make me rich anytime soon. However, if I plug in the actual numbers I'm seeing on the miner with my great overclocks, I'm getting about 53.7 mega hash, and I'm averaging at about 135 watts. There's a huge difference because before I was getting about 2 cents on my graphic card in Nicehash per day, 14 cents. So I'm actually getting 7 times higher, and a lot more of my mining revenue is going towards my pocket, a lot lower on the electricity. So this is what I want to point out to you, that Conflux is rallying. It's up about 4x over the past week. Whether you believe in the project or not, I don't really care. I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing because it's a coin that I can mine readily in Nicehash. And if you use the right overclocks, you'll get really good hash rate out of it. Well, what are my overclocks? So for all my 13 RTX 3070 cards, these are all EVGA XC3, I am using a locked core clock of 1100 and a memory clock offset of 1300 in Hive. If I did that in Windows, that would be 650. So it would be a locked core clock of 1100 and a memory clock offset of about plus 650. And it's very easy for me to go into Nicehash to set up that same configuration. But look at this beautiful wattage, so much lower than I'm seeing in what to mine, meaning it's much more profitable for me. Now, if I wanted to mine this natively from a desktop computer right within Nicehash, I actually showed how to do that in my previous video where I showed Conflux was only 3x. So if you're looking for guidance on that, I'll put a link down below. Flipping over to my desktop computer, I have a single RTX 3060 Ti. So this card uses a little bit of a different overclock setting as I showed in my previous video. But to set it up to do Conflux or Octopus mining in Nicehash is really easy. So first thing I would do is I would come to the benchmark tab. And in benchmark, I would make sure that I have Nicehash enabled as a miner. But I would scroll down until I see an Octopus, because Octopus is the algorithm that's used to mine Conflux. Now, if you're not familiar with mining Octopus, compared to mining coins like Ethereum or ERGO, it's a little bit more core intensive, and sometimes it uses a little bit of memory. but not at the same extent that you would with Ethereum or Ethereum Classic. So you're going to want to normally boost your core clock up a little bit, and you may want to add a little bit of memory depending upon how it's doing with the overclocks. So the overclocks are also really easy. For the overclocks, I would just come over to the extra commands, and I'm actually going to be using NBMiner. I would look here, Octopus, which is the algorithm we're going to be mining in. And I'm just going to be putting in --C clock at, and if I'm using a 3060 Ti, I'll put in 1305. However, if I was using a 3070, I would put in that 1100 that I showed earlier. So depending upon the card, you're going to have a different overclock setting, and I'm going to be publishing a whole new set of overclock settings. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you get notified of that. Now, when I was doing my testing with the 3060 Ti, I didn't need any memory, so I just kept it 0. But as you've seen too, when I was just testing it and getting great results in Hive OS, mining to Nicehash, keep in mind, I was using about a plus 650. So with that said too, you're all set then, and then you would just be able to come into the Nicehash dashboard and just say, hey buddy, let's start mining. I want to start making some coin. Because even though we're in a bear market, when we see coins like this 4x and go up like this, I want to definitely be able to take advantage of it. So the miner already started in the background for me. You can see it's NBMiner 42.3. It applied my overclock settings and the fan settings, and I hear the fan starting to come on. And I am starting to mine Octopus, which is the algorithm for Conflux, right within Nicehash. And that's really all there is to it. So the key, I guess, takeaway from this is it's really easy to set up and do this natively within Nicehash. And it's really easy to set up and do this in Hive OS as well. So although I generally do direct coin mining on pools in Hive OS, I don't want to have to worry about exchanging off of Conflux, creating a special wallet or anything else like that. And I don't honestly know how much faith I have in the coin because it's really sudden news. But this way, at least if I'm mining it, whether it be a Nicehash or Hive OS, to my Nicehash account, I'm going to be paid out in Bitcoin. So even if the coin drops down, it's almost like I'm mining the coin and selling it right away, which to me, that definitely has some advantages because it's profitable. And as I was showing you too, even just looking at what to mine, it's saying a single 3070 card will be making me about 14 cents a day. So I don't have one of these cards. I actually have my rig with 13 of them in it. So that's going to be making me some money. So I showed you how to set up and do it in Nicehash, but if you want to do it very easy in Hive OS, you would just create a new flight sheet and you would scroll down until you see Octopus. And there you see Nicehash Octopus. You would select that as your algorithm. You would direct it right to your Nicehash wallet. You would set up a wallet that would be pointing to your Nicehash account. This way you get paid out in your Bitcoin. And for the configuration of the pool, it's just going to be a Nicehash. I'm using T-Rex Miner, but you could use T-Rex Miner, NBMiner, or any of the other miners that are supported for this. You could even use Nano Miner if you chose to. But that's all there really is to it. And then you would just set up your flight sheet and apply that to your mining rig. So here is my 13 RTX 3070 cards, and they're mining profitably. And I'm seeing a big improvement over the wattage versus what I was seeing in What to Mine. So What to Mine is a really great tool to get summary or high level, I guess, estimates of what profitability may be. But until you really dial in and have those right overclocks, you don't really know. Because I'm showing it's a huge difference to go from 180 watts down to about 135 and even getting a higher hash rate. Flipping over to my Nicehash dashboard, you can see I've been mining this, I guess, all day so far. So since I did my video last night, I just started looking at it. And then this morning I see it start to go up again. So I turned this big rig on. I would love to turn more rigs on. However, due to the new ASICs I've recently added to my farm, talking specifically about the KA3 and the K7, I'm kind of power constrained right now. I got to get an electrician in here so I'll have more power to get my other rigs back on. But I'm mining away, and I'm really happy about it because it's telling me right now, and this is gross revenue, unpaid mining balance is 66 cents so far, but it says it'll be making $27 a week and about $116 a month. Now that's not factoring the electricity costs, but I still see, at least even if I could keep about 25 or 30% of that, I'd be really happy. Rather be getting something from my mining rigs than nothing at all. So that about wraps it up for today. And I just wanted to share with you that I am seeing this really nice pump this whole week, 4 times now in Conflux. So where will it go from here? I don't know. But at least if I'm mining and cashing out in Nicehash, it's selling and cashing out that coin in Bitcoin, which for me personally, that works. I know a lot of people have mixed opinions about Conflux. I don't do any politics. I'm just interested in mining and getting my rigs back on. So I hope this helps you. And I'm actually a little bit dressed up because it's my parents' anniversary. So mom and dad, a big happy anniversary shout out to you. And I just wanted to share this with you all. So if you have a Nicehash on your computer, or if you have a Hive OS rig, either way, it's fine because you can be directing it and mining Conflux and making some profit right now. And that's why I wanted to share this with you. I thought it was kind of important. Anyway, guys, I got to go out for dinner with my mom and dad. So stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy mining!